You're not gonna believe this. He killed 16 Czechoslovakians. Guy was an interior decorator.
His house looked like shit.
Bada bing.
Aquatic Dimensions.
Hey.
Aquatic Dimensions.
Aquatic Dimensions.
That was the pregame. That was the pre-show talk.
Yeah.
Tell us about them. What do you?
Yeah, tell us about your aquatic dimensions.
Well, this dude is a real thing, but then I guess on the internet they try to make it into a huge conspiracy theory. Basically, this guy found.
'Cause that's how it be.
Basically, this guy under the ocean found like a little like lake, like within the ocean itself, like water within water. And then that same guy died in a helicopter crash, and so people were like,
Oh shit!
Look at this mug, y'all.
Let me see.
Nice. Wait, was this helicopter owned or created by Boeing?
Probably.
Right?
Probably.
It's a sick mug.
Yeah, that's a nice
Thanks,
mug.
yeah.
A TMNT
I got it
mug.
at Goodwill for $1.
Dude, Goodwill be having some bomb shit.
Yeah, dude. Okay, I showed this to Jake, but it's in our one of the things. I also Jake inspired me. I redid my comic collection. We're going on a little adventure real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Now
so,
remember, Cody, people are listening to us, so you got to describe what we're seeing here.
Okay, so here's my new layout for my bookshelf. I cleaned it up. Well, you see the upside down Jesus, also a good
Next to the mong.
Next to
yeah. Top row is indie comics.
Nice.
But middle row is DC Vertigo. Bottom is Marvel.
Nice.
Got the Wonder Woman poster.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I got that. It's another Goodwill find. And that's everything I wanted to show.
Nice. That's a nice background. I give it 6 peshies. I also give Jake's background 6 peshies, of course.
Yeah.
Everyone, Anthony's, your background is bananas.
Anthony, yours is off the charts on the Pesci scale.
Yeah. If we could give more than 6 peshies, it would earn them.
Yeah. But everyone knows you cannot go past 6 peshies.
No, it's never been done.
It's never been done. I'm almost afraid to do it. I think we would literally tear a hole in space and time itself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. We would be releasing the Pesci above all.
Oh, fuck.
The Pesci above all. Wait, Cody, have you ever heard of that podcast I mentioned called Old Gods of Appalachia?
I've heard of it, but I never listened.
Dude, it's fucking good. I listened to like 4 episodes the other night.
Nice. I'll have to check it out.
It's a badass podcast name.
Yeah, it really is.
Dude, they have like good production value. It's pretty sick.
Nice.
Yeah, Old Gods of Appalachia.
Hell yeah. There was something else I wanted to ask, but I can't. Well, Anthony, are you going to hang out with the man Kevin Smith himself?
On a Chronic Fest?
I'm gonna go.
Chronicon?
I think. I mean, I just at this point, I just need to buy plane tickets because they gave me a press pass, and you guys can't go at all, even if I try to budge them on more tickets.
I sincerely did. This is when? Because
a week before.
It's literally
Comic-Con.
it's crazy. I know.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way.
And
I have to work. I got to get that money just so I'm not eating scraps and like a New York City rat.
Hey, but I thought about it for a second, and then I texted. You guys remember Robbie? He was the officiant at my wedding. He's one of my best friends.
Yeah.
He lives in Chicago, and I was like, "Hey, have you heard about Chronicon?" And he's like, "No shit." And I was telling him about it, and then he's like, "Fuck it, come stay here." Like he has like a guest suite or something in the building where he lives. So he's like, and actually he extended that to you guys. This is what I'm saying. Like if that was a deterrent, like we would all have a place to stay for free.
Both my sisters live in Chicago. I could stay.
Oh yeah, you have family there. Right.
Jake has deep roots to the Chicago area.
Yeah. One of the 5 families.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If I could go, if I wouldn't absolutely get fired, I would go, but I don't think it's going to happen.
No, I'm taking too much time off of work as it is.
Yeah.
Also, I'm an idiot. So October 17th is the first day of New York Comic Con, right?
Correct. Thursday.
Yes.
Okay. I need to change my flight. For whatever reason, I took that day off of work, But I must have misread it when I booked the flight. I have my flight coming in at like 11:50 p.m. on Thursday.
Boo.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
get it changed.
Yeah, I need to change that.
Gotta change that
I hope
up.
I can.
What was I just gonna say? Oh, I was looking at flights earlier, and I looked at like I just like went, for instance, I was looking at Delta, and I went straight to their website, and they gave me like a certain price. But then I guess Google has Google Flights now,
Yeah.
and I looked at that, and it was way cheaper, like half the price or more.
There's a lot of like if you use different like search engines, you can get like cheaper prices.
I was amazed.
Yeah. I got
It's
my
kind of
flights.
shady, honestly.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
It's like it's just like, oh no, we're gonna charge you depending on what you use to buy us.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Such a shitty.
Yeah, I got my flights to LA for Halloween.
Nice.
I got them for like $180.
Holy shit.
We're also flying what? Spirit?
Spirit, baby, it's gonna suck dick.
Every time someone flies Spirit, I lose a little bit of respect for them.
Hey man, poor gotta be poor. You know what I mean? It was like
Spirit also like over time adds up. You get charged per bag that you bring on. You get charged for water.
Damn.
Like they will charge you for anything.
Yeah, they nickel and dime the shit out of you.
Yeah.
That's why I should have done it, but at the time I was like, I'm just gonna buy because it was like 180 or 165 or something like that for round trip, but then another 100 for luggage. So it ended up being 265. But that's still yeah, that's still like $120 less than what I was going to be paying if I went like American or Delta. So
Cody's going to be in LA around Halloween. I guess I'm going to be in Chicago, right, the week before Comic-Con. I hate that that's the case. I took off for work like just a bunch of days, so like hopefully I'll recover by like I have a couple days to recover for New York Comic-Con, but I don't know. I kind of did that. I mean, me and Jake went to New York Comic-Con. I did all 4 days there last year, and then I went to LA Comic-Con. I mean, I think you guys have known me long enough. I'm not the kind of person that's like, I don't know, I'm not comfortable traveling a lot and doing stuff like that. This is always like pushing my boundaries.
Dude, Anthony, I do got to give you props.
For real.
You've been pushing your boundaries a lot over the past couple years.
I think I have been, yeah. It's scary.
Most of them by
it's
being
been-
friends with us.
Yeah, in the
real,
name
yeah,
of
for
the
real.
podcast, for real.
Yeah, in the name of the podcast, yeah.
You don't like to travel?
Yeah, I get a lot of anxiety about stuff like that. Like I could deal with it, don't get me wrong, but it's always like I always got to get over that hurdle.
Yeah, I never get anxious, really.
That's a gift.
Yeah, it's one of my superpowers.
You don't get anxious in general or traveling?
Either.
Nice.
I like
Traveling doesn't give me anxiety; it just annoys me. Like I'm
That
not
too.
afraid of being on a plane. I just find the whole process of going to the airport, getting through security, getting like
It's
that
more
is just-
that stuff, honestly.
It's
Yeah.
aggravating to me. I'm just like, can we please get this over with?
Yeah.
Let's
All
speed
I'm
this
trying
shit
to
up.
do is smuggle a couple joints across state lines. Let me through,
Yeah.
bitch. I'm a good person.
When I was going to LA, the stupidest thing happened where they took one of my sneakers. Like just one. They were like, "Oh, we have to look at this sneaker." For no it didn't seem like for any reason. I was standing there for like 20 minutes with one sneaker on. Like they just took one of my sneakers.
Dude, the TSA
That
isn't
bothered
a
me.
real like. They're not like the CIA or the FBI. They're just a bunch of incompetent fucks.
Thugs.
Thugs.
Mobsters.
Yeah, exactly.
Mobsters. Yeah.
Really trying to.
I'm trying to push us there. I'm trying to push us there.
We went from one of the best transitions in the history of the pod to one of the worst in back-to-back weeks.
I don't know, man. We're just lost in the woods here. You know, I'm trying to find a way there.
Hey,
Hey, is that better?
Well, in that case, you already know. Episode 3 of Sopranos September here on Comics and Chronic. As always, it's me, Jacob H., your boy, Anthony Nacho, and Cody Cannon.
Wait, time out. Cody just did like a bunch of poses like he was in an anime or something. Like, you know, in Dragon Ball Z when they would fight the Ginyu Force, they would be like posing all over the place.
Yeah.
That's Cody right now.
Or even when like the Power Rangers would like, suit up.
I'm sorry, you were just hyping me up with that introduction. I felt like I could fight crime in that moment, you know?
Well, you're going to need to fight crime in this episode.
Yeah.
Because Sopranos deals a lot with crime.
That is a true fact.
It is.
It's literally a crime show.
It's about organized crime. So. Even this episode is still, but it's an awesome episode. And it is season 3, episode number
11.
11, Pine Barrens.
I think this is probably widely regarded as the best episode.
This is also just widely regarded in like television in general.
Yeah, for certain.
Did you guys see the Rolling Stone put out a list of the 100 greatest TV episodes the other day? Mm-hmm. And College, which is the first episode of Sopranos September, came in at number 4.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Out of all Sopranos?
Yeah, I don't know if there were other Sopranos episodes, but that was
there
the
won't.
one.
I went through the list. They did one entry per show.
Yeah. Oh, then how did you feel about number 1, Cody?
Hated it.
Which was what? What?
Fucking Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
That's
I don't know if it deserved that either. A lot of the top 10 was iffy, but you think, okay, so going into this right away, Jake, do you think, well, and Cody too, obviously, do you think Pine Barrens is the best episode of Sopranos?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so either. Okay,
I don't think so either.
Cool.
I think it's a great episode.
But it is great.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's also like you can kind of throw this one on at any time and just have fun.
Yeah, it's
watching.
funny. It's
Like,
funny.
yeah, it's funny watching these two go through the woods together. And,
Dude, their whole experience.
yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, dude. Paulie really kind of dropping the ball on this one.
Hard, yeah.
Yeah, because he's a fucking maniac.
It's his fault.
Yeah.
Everything that happens in this
It is
episode
his
is
fault.
his
It's
fault.
Yeah.
Paulie's fault. It's Paulie's fault. And then he tries to blame it on Christopher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Christopher catches him doing that too, which I'm glad that happened.
Yeah. But I love like the crazy look in Christopher's eyes.
Yeah, when he pulls the gun on
When
him.
he pulls the gun on Paulie, he's like, I heard you tell Tony it was my fault. And you're going to wait for me to go to sleep and kill me. And Paulie's like, you really think I would do that? He's like, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then they're laughing about it like a minute
Yeah, then
later.
they start laughing after a while. They're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, dude, really shows how psychotic. This episode really showcases how psychotic, like, the high-earning people in the mafia are.
Yeah.
In the mob are.
Christopher, like I think Chris has always been a little bit of a hothead. He's a drug addict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he throughout the season, like he has the more like streak for being crazier.
Oh yeah. But he hasn't been made
Yeah, but
yet at
Paulie's-
this point.
I mean,
No.
Paulie's Walnut. I mean, like crazy. Like he's the younger generation. Paulie's
Yeah.
like OG crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
dude.
this episode, the main part of Pine Barrens is basically a Paulie focused episode. So he's on a mission to get Silvio's money. Someone owes Silvio money. This guy
Silvio
Valerie.
just has the flu.
But
they
he
just-
doesn't. There's
He
a cool-
doesn't. He doesn't,
He
yeah.
doesn't. They're in the strip club, and Silvio's right next to Tony when he's on the phone with Paulie. And he's like, he went home. He has the flu, and he looks at Silvio, and they both like smile at each
Yeah.
other.
Oh shit! By the way, second episode of Sopranos September where someone has the flu. Carmela had it in college,
Oh,
and Meadow has it in this episode.
And
Meadow-
Tony had food poisoning last episode.
Oh shit! Yeah, we're down with the sickness
shit.
here, right?
we're down with the sickness.
Cody, can you do the voice?
No, but I could try. Oh, wait. No, give me a second. I got to collect myself. No, it's like, ooh,
That was close.
closer than Anthony.
That's
That
a
was a
hard
good
thing
one.
to do. Ooh, I can't
It's
do it.
hard.
I mean, it's a hard. Yeah,
We got to get a few drinks in Cody and see if he could.
If I could get down with the sickness. Dude, that's insane.
That's crazy. Yeah, Meadow has the flu, and fucking Jackie is trying to bang.
Jackie's cheating on her.
with a prostitute.
You also see how stupid he is when they're playing Scrabble.
Yes, Jake.
All
what are
his
the 3
words
words?
are yeah, exactly. Ass, who,
And the ass poo and the.
The best part, there's a part where they're playing and Meadow finishes a word and Jackie goes, no Spanish. And she's like,
yeah.
what? He's like, oblique?
Yeah.
When it's your He's so dumb.
Yeah.
He's so dumb.
He is dumb. Jackie Jr. Oh, man. And in this episode, he cheats on Meadow Soprano like an idiot.
Who's like, I wouldn't even cheat on Meadow just because of who her dad is.
For
Like,
so many reasons, yeah.
How are you not that afraid, you know?
And he even says it to the girl he's with. He's like, don't you know who that is? That's Tony Soprano's daughter. She's like, I don't give
what
a
do
fuck.
I care?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a whore.
Hooah.
Hooah.
Oh, we'll get to him. We'll get
Dude,
to him.
I love the scene where Meadow's friends are trying to console her, and her friends were like, "She's a real whore." Just
Oh, yeah. Like her friend says that, like that's every line in every scene. Like when they go to confront the prostitute, like she comes out of the driver's side and she's like, "Yeah, whore," or something like that.
It's
Like she just
"Fuck you,
constantly,
bitch.
yeah, that's what she says, something like that.
No, the best part is the roommate who like pulls out her hair later and whatnot.
Yes,
She was like, Meadow, come on. I mean, he was really cute, but really boring.
yeah. And she's like, I don't care.
She was like, you didn't know him like me. I loved him.
Yeah,
It's like, come on, Meadow.
Grow up.
Yeah, but Meadow was young, you know.
yeah.
Young, dumb, and full of cum.
So unnecessary.
But this episode definitely has the roots for when, the Meadowlands eventually happens. This
For sure.
episode.
The seeds are being planted here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
She's been burned by a boy she loves.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Dude, that'd be cool if in the Meadowlands she like takes out like fucking Noah. Remember that dude?
Yes,
the boyfriend.
of course, Noah, of course.
Yeah.
Takes out
Noah.
Finn. Like I just want to see all these people get taken.
Yeah, Finn. Oh yeah,
Finn was a
fucking
bitch
Finn.
too. Meadow was dating little like bitch boys.
For sure.
Hard agree.
Hard agree.
Hey, no one was ever good enough for Meadow. We're like Tony in that respect. We're like, come on, Meadow.
Exactly.
You could do better.
I know. Although Tony's reasons were all awful. First one because he was racist.
Oh yeah, right with Noah. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Is this the last season where Melfi has any power, or is there one more?
Timeout.
Oh.
Did she not get raped this season?
I don't remember what episode that happens.
It's either I think that's season 3 or season 4. She gets raped on the stairwell.
I remember. Yeah, that's a dark episode.
It's a hard episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great episode though.
Yeah.
Whew.
I think we talked about that. And I just always liked how the aftermath of that is like, you want her to tell Tony about it, but she doesn't.
Well, that's the best part. Is that episode ends literally. I just like rewatched it recently, and Tony's like, "Is there something you want to say?" And you could tell Melfi like wants to blurt out like what happened and killed this guy, and then she goes, "No," and then it cuts to black.
Yeah.
She like regains composure, and then she's like,
Yeah.
"Gives a firm no."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a strong moment.
It's a
for
strong,
her.
yeah. Melfi not willing to cross that line as easily as Tony does.
But then after that, that's when the nerfing happens.
The nerfing of Melfi.
But yeah, Polly, I love the Polly Christopher dynamic, the way they kind of like are almost hating each other for this situation. Also, the Russian dude that they were after is a badass.
That
And
guy's
I
a
love,
beast.
and I love how you don't know whether he lived or died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really don't know.
Well, dude, that's like always a weird thing that's never been, what's it called? Like resolved. And it's almost like, so at the last season, like regardless of who it is, like so many people have a reason to kill Tony.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Like, by the end of this, that like whether he died in that diner or not, like his fate is not going to end probably without him dying. He's just,
Yeah. He
made too
it's
many
not even like
enemies.
it's not even
So
like
many.
he's going to go to. He's not even going to jail. That man's dying.
No, he's not going to jail. He's going to die.
Right. Yeah, but this guy, you don't know. Like, I like how, so they're chasing him. Like, you see Paulie shoot him in the head. Blood splurt out.
Yeah.
And then this dude just disappears straight up.
Well, no, he's like gets back up and starts running and then
Right.
just disappears.
They can't find him. There's a
And
blood
the blood trail even ends. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, blood.
Yeah.
So you're like, what the hell happened? But then we learn this guy is an ex-Green Beret for the Russian military. So, like, he could survive. First of all, there's a part where he's like, you think this is cold? Like, I'm
I
from
wash my
fucking
balls
Russia.
with ice water. Yeah.
Yeah,
In Russian, he says,
yeah.
he's like, I wash my balls with ice water.
Yeah, dude. He did not give
Yeah,
a
no, you can
fuck.
tell. Like, dude survived the Siberian tundra doing crazy Green Beret shit. Like,
Yeah.
And like when they're following the trail and they stop right there, there's this quick shot of like from above. Like it
Is
could
he in the
almost indicate
trees?
like he was in the tree, you know what I'm saying? Like which isn't inconceivable after we know this about the dude.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like the car's missing at the end.
Car's gone.
Anybody could steal the car, but it's feasible also that he stole the car.
Yeah.
But is he also brain damaged because he fucking got shot in the head? So like, how could you survive that,
Dude, because the guy's a badass. He killed 12, interior decorators.
His stats are off the charts.
Yeah, dude. You want to talk about someone's power card?
Yeah.
This
The
one guy
Russian.
who you see like 2-3 times in this season is off the charts.
Yeah.
I love the scene when Tony goes to talk to his friend who's like crying as he's talking about this guy.
That's a
He's like,
great
I'd do
scene.
anything for him.
That's a great scene.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's like, yeah. No, yeah. This has like really cool little vignettes in this episode.
I agree. Steve Buscemi directed it.
Really?
Yeah, Steve
Nice.
Buscemi directed this episode.
Stevie Buscemi, the boosh.
The boosh.
Also the damn motherfucking storyline
Trillo?
with Gloria. Yeah.
All right, that's how the episode starts too.
She's all crazy as shit and hot.
Crazy and hot.
But this is like when her craziness peaks and comes out.
Oh yeah. No, you want to talk about someone's like crazy charts? Like
yeah, Omega level crazy.
Omega level crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Throwing
Yeah, dude.
stakes at Tony.
Yeah, that
fucking,
takes
like,
some balls.
slashing her own tires.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I got is that she did it to herself and made this whole scene.
Maybe.
And Tony meets her at Melfi's office.
Yeah.
Because he talks to her about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy that he talks to her about that.
Talks to Melfi.
Yeah.
I mean, who else could he?
Well,
He tells
he
Melfi
also-
everything.
He does, but he also ignores like all of her. She even says like Melfi says like, does meeting her in my office not indicate like any kind of like this is not what she says, but like red flag, you know what I mean? Like puts
Yeah,
off
yeah.
warnings. And Tony's like, all I know is that she's happy when I'm with her and I'm happy when she's with me. And it's like she's trying to like Tony, like, come on. You met her
Yeah.
going to therapy. Maybe she's not someone you should pursue.
Yeah.
But
For
who
sure.
knows? She's crazy.
Cray.
You think Gloria Trillo could survive in the Pine Barrens?
Yes.
Not if she was with someone. Like, I mean, if she was with someone, like if she was with like Polly, for instance, I feel like something bad's gonna happen to Polly. Like somehow he's not gonna survive that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If one person goes into the Pine Barrens with Gloria Trillo, Gloria is the only one making it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree, definitely.
The Russian wouldn't have gotten away from Gloria. That's what I'm saying.
I think you're right.
Absolutely right.
Absolutely right about that.
Like, especially if like the Russian was standing between her and Tony. You know what I mean?
Right.
If it was her going into the Russian and being the only one to come out, and that's how she got Tony, no questions.
I would think though, like, so the whole thing with the Russian starts because Paulie breaks his universal remote control. Like that's what sets
Yeah.
the dude over the
Put
edge.
universal remote on docking station.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That scene's crazy too. They're choking him out with a lamp.
Well, also, Paulie just came in being disrespectful. The dude had the money already in an envelope.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was like, I bet you guys lived like 15 people into an apartment before you came to this country. He says something like insulting against him. He's like,
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't say to Paulie.
No, Paulie
No,
said
no,
that
Paulie
to
said
him.
it. To
Oh,
the
right.
Russian.
Yeah.
He just came in being a little dick.
Yeah. He had a chip on his shoulder because he had to do this for Silvio.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was pissed about it.
But you're not like, it feels like Paulie deserves what comes to him in this episode.
It does.
Oh, yeah.
He does.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he almost loses his foot.
Yeah, he's always so worried about that. Like when the way he talks about it, and like is immediately like when they're running at the very end, and like the thing he just tied around his foot comes off immediately. He's like so nervous about it. Like you could hear in his voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Paulie, like he could be like an annoying prick sometimes, but like you never really see him scared like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was one of the worst. I mean, the way that he calls Tony and is like, come get me or we're dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like finally like doesn't give a fuck that like Tony's the boss. He's like, we're gonna fucking die out here.
There's a great part of
Yeah.
the episode how it keeps like breaking up and like he's not sure what Tony's saying.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
something that could not happen now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Paulie's like, well, after Tony warns him, he's like, yo, this dude used to be like in with the interior ministry in like Russia and killed like 12 Czechoslovakians. He's like a Rambo type dude. And they hang up, and Paulie's talking to Christopher. He's like, the guy was an interior decorator. And Christopher goes, really? His place looked like shit.
Yeah. That's like the episode. Oh, I also love when they're eating like the ketchup packets that they find in the truck. And then Paulie's like, oh, mix it with relish. It's good.
Yeah.
Dude, dude. There's so many funny parts of this episode. I love when Bobby shows up to Uncle June's dressed as a hunter and they're laughing about him.
Yeah.
Oh, so do you know what's happening in that scene?
Of course I do. Of course.
Tell us, Jake.
All right. So when they filmed that scene, Steve Shrippa, what he really did, he walked in and he was holding like a big fucking dildo. like a massive just like schlong and like wiggling it. And James Gandolfini saw it and starts cracking up.
Yeah.
Oh, and the camera was rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just used that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's
so when you see
hilarious.
Bobby by himself, that's not happening. It's just
Yeah,
like,
he doesn't have a dildo in the actual scene. But like, in one of the takes, he had a dildo. And it made James Gandolfini laugh.
it's a genuine laugh, from Gandolfini. I also like right before that, there's a funny line from Uncle Junior, and he's like, because Tony's just coming from Gloria's house after getting the steak thrown at him, and he's like, you smell like a fucking butcher.
Yeah. That's funny. I love Junior. Junior cracks me up.
Yeah.
Junior's great.
Curmudgeon-y old man.
Oh, know what
sure.
I found out? So like I bought like the local comic shop I go to, Collector Cave, they have like Funkos and shit like that, and they have Sopranos Funkos that just came out recently.
Nice.
And I bought Tony and Christopher, but I saw they also had Adriana and Uncle June. And I was like, but they didn't have it at the store. They were like, yeah, we sold out immediately. And then the dude that works there was like, actually, someone came in because they had pre-ordered Uncle June, and they were like, oh, this is my father. He was Uncle Junior on the show. We actually live nearby.
Nice.
So Uncle Junior lives very close to where I live, apparently.
Dude, Dominic
Nice.
Chianese.
Yeah, that's his name.
The
Yep.
actor who plays. I've seen him twice perform with his band
Oh, sick.
in New York. Fun fact, his band are the actual guys who are playing in the episode where Jackie Aprile eventually dies and Junior sings that song.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the end of the season, actually. That's the last
that's the end of this
episode.
season. Exactly. So that scene, the dude playing guitar and the other dude are actually in his band.
Nice.
He's a good singer. He's got a good voice.
I mean, I know Vinny Pastore is from the Bronx. Like, he lives on City Island.
Oh, yeah. I've seen him on City Island and I've seen him at New Rock multiple times.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
All the time at New Rock.
Michael Imperioli is from Mount Vernon.
Shout out. So is David Chase.
Nice. Yeah.
So is Denzel Washington.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mount Vernon.
Come on,
being a
money
hotbed of
earning Mount
creative.
Vernon, dog.
Ooh.
That's what it's called. You guys need to step your Southern Westchester knowledge.
We will, Sensei.
You ever heard of Jadakiss or The Locks?
Oh,
Bro,
yeah.
Jadakiss is as hard as it gets.
DMX, Yonkers.
DMX. The other day I was on YouTube and I was watching, I don't know why I clicked on it. It was DMX on Dr. Phil.
Whoa, really? Wait, was it with his son?
No, it was just like him talking to Dr. Phil. It must have been like, I don't know what year, but like whenever I guess people would actually go on Dr.
Watch
Phil. Like
Dr.
I was
Phil.
just
Yeah.
very confused by the whole situation. But he was like saying how like on all his albums, like there's parts where he's like talking to God, but then like there's parts where he's talking to the devil. And he's like, oh, I don't talk to the devil anymore. And that was what like the whole video was about. I guess that's why I clicked on it. It was like DMX talks about talking to Satan or something like that.
Nice.
But it was a Dr.
Shit.
Phil clip at the end of the day. So not as cool.
Well, unlike DMX, we do talk to the devil often.
That's right. Often.
Often.
He appears in many
Yeah.
episodes of Comics and Chronic. He might
Many.
appear in today's episode. You never
Who
know.
knows?
Do you guys think that I had this thought? This is a stupid question.
Cody, there are no stupid questions on Comics and Chronic.
Okay.
That's true. In life, there are, but not on Comics and
Yeah,
Chronic.
not here.
Okay. Who in the Soprano family, not like Tony's family, but like the mob, do you think you could beat in hand-to-hand combat? Because I was thinking, I was like, Tony, no way.
No, Tony's
Nope.
big. He's
Tony,
strong.
yeah, Tony's a monster.
Yeah.
Motherfucking.
Do you think you could be Christopher?
Just depends on how strung out the boy is.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah, but He's a wiry little fuck. Like he doesn't seem like he's not gonna go down. Like
I might pick Silvio. Like Silvio's scary and dangerous, but like in a
but
fight,
Silvio kind of moves slower. I feel like
he's older.
He's always like stooped over. He's like, I think I could beat up. I could just knock out Silvio.
Yeah, Silvio.
Throw a haymaker.
I think I could take. I think like obviously. Paulie's got that old man strength.
Obviously, Paulie? Whoa. Yeah, dude. Paulie ain't no... Dude, they even comment throughout the series how Paulie has, like, massive guns and shit. Like, even for his age.
Yeah.
No, there's scenes where Paulie's in his condo, like, lifting.
Yeah. And I feel like, and everyone, if you, like, every behind-the-scenes thing I've heard about Tony Sirico, everyone says, like, oh, there's no difference between his character and who he was in real life. So if that's any indication, I'm not.
He was a G.
Yeah.
No. Okay, I think I could take Bobby.
Bobby's a big... He even beats
huge.
Tony.
Dude, he looked like a fucking Goomba in this fucking episode where when he had the jacket on, like he was like so bulked up. You know what I mean? From the Super Mario Brothers movie.
That's why I'm laughing.
I don't think Ralph Cifaretto.
Nah,
he's
a little
too crazy.
He's crazy. I feel like he would have a knife on him or something.
Yeah, for
he's
sure.
He's a dirty fight. Like you'd have to kill him quickly.
Yeah, quickly.
Yeah.
If you don't kill him quickly, he's gonna do something to get the whatever it takes.
I feel like with the Sopranos people, it's not that any of them, except for like the obvious ones like Tony, are like physically imposing, but like we've seen what they're capable of, so. You got to be like a little more ferocious when fighting.
Yeah, you can.
Also, Bobby fights Tony in the last season,
and he beats Tony.
Right,
but also Tony's not peak. Like,
that's true. This is post him getting shot by Junior.
Yeah,
but can we say this? Is that comparable like Hulk versus Thing, where Bobby being the Thing and he gets like that one up sometimes?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That is a
Tony's
great.
The Hulk, Bobby's the Thing.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. Just like so. In the end of that scene of The Sopranos, that's that scene when the Thing fights emaciated Hulk in the Immortal Hulk run.
Exactly.
You know?
It's the equivalent. You're fighting emaciated Tony Soprano. He's been depowered.
Yeah. He's just not running peak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Agreed.
I didn't bring it up last episode because I don't think it's a real thing. Like, okay, so at the end of The Sopranos, obviously everything cuts to black. When he has food poisoning, there's a part where he's like, when he first gets it, like he wakes up from one of his dreams, he's like, oh, fuck, oh, God, everything's black. Do you remember that? He says that in the
he said I ain't never been so fucking depressed. He's like clenching his chest.
Yeah, when he wakes up in Funhouse, I'm talking about. Yeah.
It's like after his first dream.
I think it's right before he throws up. He wakes up.
Yes.
He starts off, he's like really like scared and depressed. And he's like, wait, hold on. And then like runs to the bathroom and throws up.
Yeah, he's like, oh fuck, it's food poisoning.
Yeah.
I didn't bring it up last episode, but I just remembered. It just I don't know. I'm not saying it's giving any proof to the end, but he says everything's black. Like before, like he thinks he's dying at first is what I mean to say.
Yeah. And
that's something everyone, it's not a Sopranos only thing that when you die, it's everything black. But I mean, it is how Sopranos ends. Okay, so Jake, you were telling us about that Sopranos documentary, Wise Guy, that comes out, I guess today as of this recording. Yeah. But I saw something like it's in the movie. So David Chase is going to say that there's an episode where Meadow and AJ are like doing homework or something like that, and they're talking about Robert Frost, and they're talking about snow, and AJ's like, oh, what does it mean? And Meadow's like, well, what do you think it means? And he's like, Christmas and something like that, and she's like, no, like endless nothing. Endless whiteness, you know? Yeah. Like, and David Chase is like, I was thinking of that scene when I was writing the last scene of The Sopranos. And he says, now people are going to say, oh, that definitively means this. And he's like, no, that's not what I'm saying here. But I thought that was interesting. So, I mean, that documentary's not even out yet. We'll hear him say that when we watch it.
I'm excited.
But Pine Barrens, so do you guys think it's overrated, underrated, perfectly rated?
I think it's perfectly
aptly rated.
Okay.
Well regarded. It's good television.
Agreed.
It's insanely good television.
Yeah. It kind of just checks all the boxes.
I agree.
For show.
It's layered. You have a Tony storyline, a Paulie storyline, and a Meadow storyline, all being interwoven. It's really good.
Really good.
I agree. Completely agree. Is there anything about this episode you don't like? I feel like
No.
with the Sopranos episodes, there's really not much to take away.
This is fucking. Dude, it's
Do
also
you think-
they go into the folklore. Remember when Bobby and Tony are walking into the Pine Barrens, and he's like, a lot of weird people used to live in these woods.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jackson Whites, and then like you also have like the Jersey Devil comes from the Pine Barrens and shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
shit.
this weird shit.
Do you guys think there are bad episodes of The Sopranos?
I think they're just weaker when you compare them to each other, but never bad.
Yeah.
I-
Like, this ruined the
agree.
show, or I don't
And
want to
even
watch
then,
it.
I gotta
Yeah.
say, like I've rewatched season 6, both A and B, and now I kind of have like a new appreciation for it than I did when it first aired.
Well, I didn't even watch The Sopranos when it first aired, but
Yeah.
people hated on 6A and B. I loved it.
Yeah,
I thought it was awesome.
I feel like my opinion of 6A and B has been growing more positive towards
I
it.
think it's not as good, but it's also like, maybe the weakest aspect of the greatest show on television.
Yeah.
See,
You
I've
know
only-
what I mean?
I've only seen Sopranos once full through, and I can't say that I didn't.
Those are
like any
rookie
season.
numbers, Anthony.
I know,
You
so, like,
step those numbers up.
When we did Sopranos Summer, it was right after I did a full watch, so it wasn't like I was going to do one again. But this is, that's a couple years back, so this is obviously making me want to watch every episode again, which I think I need to. It is that kind of show. Like you've brought this up, Jake. You are the guy that has increased my appreciation for The Sopranos, like in a way that I probably wouldn't have been as into it. If you didn't, you're always talking about The Sopranos,
I love it.
Yeah.
but for good reason, because it is that show.
Yeah. No, it's that show. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that bitch.
It is.
Dude,
Sopranos
you know
is that bitch. Also, I watch Sopranos at least 4 times a day.
Have you guys seen that? Have you guys seen that meme where there's that girl and that guy at the concert, and she looks like she can barely hear anything, and he's like yelling in her ear?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I want you to edit Jake's face and then just like whatever he just said about season 6A and B and liking it more and stuff like that. Just put that in the block
That's
of
a good-
word text.
For sure.
Pine Barrens is cool. It's a great episode. I'm giving it a 6. We can keep talking about it. There's so much to talk about, but I'm giving it a 6. I'm excited.
Jake's got his 6 locked in.
Locked and loaded. He wasn't even waiting.
It's almost one of the easiest 6s I think there is to give.
I am inclined to agree.
Yeah.
Easy money 6.
I mean, in Sopranos Summer, I think it was definitely you that said it, Jake, where it's like, because you picked every episode of Sopranos Summer.
Yeah. I chose not to pick it.
Right, because it was just like that episode. Like, let's give other episodes a chance,
Yeah.
I already have, and once I give my score, then I think we should talk about
Okay, Anthony.
if we did another round of Sopranos, whatever, summer, September, what the
Yeah.
episodes would be. Because I have a couple of ideas.
It would have to be 2 years from
Right,
Like
2
it would
years
have to be
from now, yeah.
2026.
2026, yes, that's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you have that to look forward to, commies.
Wait, what were you saying?
What episodes?
I think like we should just talk about the pilot, just because the pilot is a classic, right?
For sure.
And then Whitecaps, because Jake, that's another
I
one you always
love
bring up,
Whitecaps.
Whitecaps, and I feel like that could have been a good one for this as well.
It's the season finale for season 4.
Nice. Okay. Season 4, has so many bangers. It's
Season
hard
4
to choose.
does. Season 4, I think, might even have the most bangers out of any season.
Which is why
Yeah.
we're doing 2 for Sopranos September. Those are coming up.
It's a very Ralph heavy season, which I like.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, Ralph.
So that's all to say. Pine Barrens is a great episode, and yeah, I'm gonna give it a fucking 6. So that's a
Motherfucker. Whoa.
Big guy's back.
Satan, what would you pick for if next time we cover Sopranos, what would you want us to talk about?
What episode?
Is there an episode? Yeah, is there an episode of Sopranos that you find more satanic than others?
What about the one where Paulie goes, "That's satanic black magic"?
Anthony actually today before this episode just smoked a strain called Satanic Black Magic.
Nice.
So you already know. What is that episode, Jake? You're the Soprano Savant. What is the episode where it's Polly says Satanic Black Magic?
I'll tell you,
Sick
okay,
shit.
as far as the actual episode number, I'm not sure I can do it, but I'm going to try. It's season 2. It's after Christopher gets shot by Sean Gismonte and Matthew Bevilacqua, and Christopher tells Paulie 3 o'clock. He also tells Paulie 3 o'clock. And that's why Paulie wakes up at 3 o'clock. He's like, what the fuck? And he goes to see, one of those people that can talk with the dead. And the dude like talks with all the ghosts of people Paulie has killed, such as Mikey Palmici in the first season when Paulie gets the poison ivy and shit.
Yeah.
And then Paulie like flips out and he throws a chair. He's like, this is bullshit. Satanic black magic. And
Yeah.
so, episode number? I don't know. I'll take a
Episode
guess.
name, even?
Oof. Oh, wait. I do know that. I do. Hold on. This might take a while.
Or the I was going to call you the mentalist. You are the mentat.
The mentalist. Yeah.
God, I don't know. I'll say season 2, episode 6.
Sorry, you're going to hell. It was season 2, episode 9.
Ah, damn. Okay. Well, hey, 69. I'm not mad.
He just got it upside down when he was picturing it in his mind.
I'm dyslexic.
I'm going to go, guys.
Okay, Satan. The episode's called From Where to Eternity.
Oh.
So maybe that should be part of the next one, just for that scene. I don't know if the rest of the episode is
Of course it is. It's a Sopranos episode.
a banger.
It's a banger.
AJ in that episode is seen playing the game Pokemon Pinball. AJ's a real one. Pokemon Pinball's a great game.
He's also, in season 1, you see him playing Mario Kart 64.
Yes. Oh, yeah. See, that's very controversial because in that scene, Tony comes over and plays Mario Kart with one hand.
Dude, no, you don't understand. It's not controversial. It's just that's how skilled Tony Soprano is.
Yeah.
I don't think you understand. He
That's
also
insane.
James Gandolfini's a big guy. He's a massive hand.
Yeah, his
So,
hand
like-
could probably engulf the entire
Exactly,
controller.
yeah.
You know?
Still calling bullshit on that.
Did you ever get blisters from the N64 joystick?
No.
Dude,
No.
How
this is a
hard
tr-
were you playing, bro?
Dude, this is a true story. And it's one of the most painful things I ever experienced. I don't know. It was like whenever Mario Party was out already, and to do the tug of war, I would always just fucking spin it really quickly.
Oh,
in
that
the
game, yeah.
palm of my hand. And like no bullshit, one day it just like burst open like a few layers of skin, and I was like, ah! Dude, like it hurt so bad. They're like both burnt and fucking. I'm telling you, it was like I burned through like a solid 3 layers of skin on that shit. This is like,
Holy
I was
hell.
8 or 9 years old, and I was like, fuck.
Nice.
Dude, it hurt
Jake
so
took
bad.
Mario Party seriously.
Yeah,
Hey, who doesn't? I mean, that game has scarred people psychologically. I mean, stealing stars from you and shit like
I
that.
love
That
it.
game.
Oh, yeah.
I love stealing stars.
If you ever want to make at least, like, if you're with a group of people and you want to have fun, sure, play Mario Party, but one or more people are going to end up being depressed by the end of that game just from like losing
Yeah.
stars and, like the game just robs you sometimes.
Shit, just like
not
life,
fun.
bruh.
Hey.
That's what they don't call it life party, do they? Hi, you're listening to Comics and Chronic, and I'm Jake FH.
I'm Cody Cannon.
And I'm Anthony Iannaccio.
And you can tune in every Thursday to hear new episodes of Comics and Chronic.
And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Comics and Chronic. That's comics, the letter N, Chronic.
We'll see you guys next week.
Woo!
Peace.